I closed everything, so we'll see if that helps. Yes. Yes, I'm sure I want to exit. I'm the one that hit the dang button. Or did you forget, computer? All right. One person's watching. Welcome, person from YouTube.
You never even said live.
Now, I just said live. Just
Yeah,
now.
after we were live 10 seconds.
Well, I'm glad that it was silent. Ugh.
I have a question about Mon. Like Mon.
You
Is
have
it
a
just
you
Mon,
have a
or
question?
is it Mon Toys?
I think so. What about him?
What's
Is,
their,
is that the
what's their
question?
website?
I think it's originalmon.com.
Are these like made in somebody's apartment building?
Why do you say that?
Because I saw something like the boxes. Somebody took a picture in a Facebook
Oh,
group and were like,
yeah, that's
ready
Jonathan.
to
He's the guy that
go.
owns Mon.
Okay. Do you own any Mons?
Do I?
Yes.
I do. I own actually two of them.
Are they supposed to be? Is Mon supposed to be short for Demon?
I thought it was short for monster, like original monster. Alex says he looks pretty cool. You know, dude, we have 10 people watching. Like, why is it the first time we go live, like one person's watching, and now there's like 10 people? What's up, Keith?
We're live.
Andrew Dunn, what's up? What is up, indeed? Hopefully, we don't get the stream to crash this time.
I am not a huge fan
Of the stream crashing?
of Mon.
Yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about him. Because, like I said, I own some.
I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm just saying that I don't.
It's not your jam.
It's just not my jam.
It's not your chocolate jam. I'm 100% on Mon. Andrew Dunn, he's crazy for him. I think
Andrew is all over. He collects a lot of stuff.
Andrew's all about everything,
He's all about collecting.
and that's good, man. It's good to
As long as you're not collecting dead bodies.
dead bodies everywhere. It's true. No dead bodies.
For them deals. I'm
You
not
looking-
very comfortable with buying some of these deals that I see on the Bay of Ease.
Are they big city deals?
They're like buy this lot of Game of Thrones pops that I took a picture 20 feet away from. Yeah, I'll buy all of those. It's only $220 for about $800 worth of pops. That sounds like a legit deal.
Oh, it's actually you're buying a print. You're buying a nice, like a 18-foot wide photo of his pops, of his pop collection.
Andrew says, I only collect living bodies.
Yikes.
Well, we know where all of the people on the milk cartons are.
What does it say? Stacks on stacks. Me and Caleb got
Stacks on
high
stack.
stack on this fight. We were talking about
We're dynamic now. What were we talking about?
We were talking about fights. We were talking about the UFC before we decided to let my computer explode. So this, I was watching something. I guess they did they have to like last minute redo the entire like lineup because some boys weighed too much or some boys threw up too much. What was that about?
Do you think I know all about that stuff?
Yes,
I have no idea.
I feel like
I know
you, like
I know a lot of times they get hurt like right before and they can't fight or they'll
I think it
withdraw
had to-
because
I think it had to do with the
of an
weigh-in.
illness. Well, typically in fighting, if they miss weight, then let's say you're fighting for the 155-pound title, then they'll take the title off the line. That's what
Keith,
they do
Keith
if you
said
miss
two
weight.
fights got canceled. That's a lot for like a pay-per-view, right?
Oh, well, not really, because they put like 8 fights on.
But 8 fights only last like 3.5 minutes.
Depends on which ones. I watched
a woman's fight and
well,
a
I
men's
mean,
fight.
some of them like last. They're 5-minute rounds. You'll have 3 rounds or whatever. It just depends on what kind of fight you're watching and everything else. Like with boxing, it's 12 rounds.
Yes, I understand boxing
versus 15 rounds, because boxing has like in the featherweight, it's like 15 rounds.
It's because they just it's a lot of slapping, right? In that one, it's just like just gentle touches.
I wouldn't want to get hit by any of them.
By one of the feather boys, you think would hurt?
Is it just the stuff I like, or has there been a after Christmas lag on pops? I don't know. I mean, some of the pops. Normally this time is when you find the deals, but like I was saying before, like I'm looking at the Hound right now, right? His pop price guy's $42. You know that people are getting ready for the tax season because there's like a line on all the ones that are undamaged, and they're all like lined up right at $75. And
they've communicated what the price will be. That sounds like some.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. I think you're right.
That's
to a degree.
Fixing.
I wouldn't say. Yeah, well, I mean, there is, right? When you list something on eBay, if you're going to list it, you look at what's been selling or what everyone else has everything selling at, like what they have it listed.
Yeah.
But it looks like everything under $75 for the Hound has been kicked down the street. I'm not joking, man. This one is $45, and there's just a huge gouge on the front right under the.
Somebody just bit it. Like they're just like, oh, this looks good. I'm gonna eat a piece of it.
I was like, what in the world?
They made om nom nom noises when they were eating it.
It looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the box is in bad condition. And primarily because that one piece of damage.
Ugh. Man, there's so many chats right now, so it's hard to keep up with. 2 fights. Okay. Boxing takes like half a day. That's true. I used to watch boxing with my Caleb. That's what he said. Boxing takes half a day. I used to watch boxing with my grandpa, and I remember it was just like an all-day event of just like a lot of hugging. That's all I remember was like just like two dudes hanging in the ring with big old hugs.
It depends on who's fighting. If it's
I thought that was how boxing went. It was just you don't get punched is what it is.
All you need to do is watch a bunch of Mike Tyson's early fights to realize that is not what boxing is about.
Well, that's true, but
Tyson annihilated people.
But Tyson didn't fight like a normal boxer, though, right? Like, because he was like he was a strong
Holyfield. Well, still, Holyfield was the same way.
Okay, see,
Holyfield, Lennox Lewis. It's a different era of boxing now. Like when you got into the Floyd Mayweather's mainly a defensive boxer. So it wasn't necessarily he's always in the clutch with people. He's not locking up that way, but he, like when you grab someone, a lot of holding, like
it's just hugging.
Yeah,
we need to refer to it in terms that Sean understands.
Well, I mean, and then Floyd Mayweather is like a defensive guy. He basically he moves a lot around in the ring and then picks his shots. Right.
That's boring.
Very seldomly knocks anyone out.
That's boring.
It depends. It's like football, right? Some people like to watch a game where they're just throwing the ball down the field and the game is 42-35. And other people like to watch games that are like 7-0.
But at least there's action going on. I can anticipate what action will be had if I'm watching football. In the boxing, it's just a lot of nothing. That's
Corey,
how.
What's up?
Oh yeah. Also Larry from STS guys. Hey, what's up, Larry? We gotta get Larry on the podcast.
Well, we're supposed to get them on our podcast. We did theirs,
That's what I
right?
mean. That's what
That's
we get.
their turn. Share
Yeah.
the favor.
Who's the favorite?
I said share the favor.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I messaged him the other day on Instagram or Twitter. Probably was Twitter. And I had mentioned to him that we needed to get them on there. And he said yes.
Well, we have Emerald City coming up.
Yep, we do. We just like some good stuff. Oh yeah, I got all my.
I'm only gonna be here from like Friday to Sunday though.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I have something wrong with my eye, and it's really bothering me.
Is your finger in your eye?
No,
You sure?
it's I think it's my tear duct,
Like it's clogged?
something like that, or I still have a little bit of sinus pressure, like in the front here,
Uh-huh.
but like I woke up and
Too much
my
juice.
tear duct area
Mhm.
has been like in a lot of pain.
Oh, I've had that before. You just jam a needle in there. That's how you fix
It's
it.
like stick a turkey baster right in my tear
Yeah,
duct,
and suck real hard. Just suck all the juice out.
and then I go blind.
No,
Like,
you won't go
but Piper told me to
blind.
do it.
Corey
No,
says McGregor or Saren. Who's gonna take it? Who has the better
Cowboy
backstory?
versus McGregor.
I want to know who has the better backstory, and that will help me determine which is the better boy.
Cowboy's like a legend in UFC, so he's fought a long time. McGregor, is McGregor, so I mean he is kind of epic too. But I just don't think maybe Cowboy has it in him to win, but I think that McGregor will win.
See, look, you're acting like you didn't know anything that was going on, and now
I don't know like little name people in UFC. There's some people that just like Joe Rogan style know everybody in UFC. I know some of the bigger people.
is it kind of like it's
I
kind of like
did-
me with wrestling? Like I know every single person, and I'm like, oh, that guy, that's his mom out there in the
Oh.
crowd.
With Cowboy, sometimes he comes to show up and then sometimes he gets utterly surprised and knocked out. He's been doing good as of late.
Visine Rick is what Alex said.
Is that a comment on YouTube?
Yes, on the YouTube. But you need to log into the restream so you can see it all.
I tried and it made my computer break.
Where the
It
boys
made my computer freeze.
where the boys are at.
Where the boys be at?
There's 4 people you're missing out on. I'll have to read. Kelp said, "Dude, Tyson Fury is at the match. I would love to see the big. You can't say gypsy. Beat someone up with an octagon. You're not allowed to say
You
gypsy.
can't say gypsy.
Did you know that?
That's somebody just made that up.
No, it's a racial slur.
But he calls himself that.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean,
He calls himself the Gypsy King.
I know that. I'm just letting you know that
That is a slur.
Yeah, it is. The proper term, I've been told this, I didn't know it, is they should be called Romani and not
I ate in Pikeys. Remember that from Snatch?
I've never seen Snatch. That's one of the
You like eggs. You like Degs. Periwinkle Blue. Periwinkle Blue. That's a movie right there. That's a good movie.
that
I'm
is
gonna
a
watch-
movie.
I'm gonna watch that movie next week called The Gentleman. That's also directed by Guy Ritchie.
Mhm.
It looks pretty good. We'll
Does
see
it?
what it is. Yes, it looks very good.
Well, that's the business then.
What is really funny is that everybody that announces his fight calls him the Gypsy King.
I
So
know.
unilaterally, everyone is racist against
So
him.
it's acceptable to say that. Okay, all right. I just want to verify. Alex says, "Is Shamrock still around?" The answer to that, sir, is yes, because he just had a match the other day, but it was in wrestles and it wasn't in sweaty boy punches. He who did he fight? Dang it. He just had a really good match too. Oh, Madman Fulton in Impact Wrestling, and he had a great it was legit like an MMA fight. There was lots of blood to be had. It's okay to say racist things if you don't mean them. That's what Caleb said.
Caleb's drunk.
Some white guy told me that.
Dude,
it was Corey that said it.
There's Todd squared in the chat.
Todd squared?
There's 2 Todds.
Oh, it's double Todd time.
There's one Todd that loves Christmas.
Oh, he messaged me today. We were talking about t-shirt designs because he wanted some.
No one ever messages me. Like, you get all the messages. Everyone hates me.
Well, no, I think
All
he messaged me because I'm the one that designs our t-shirts. I design our t-shirts, sir.
You design our t-shirts.
I do.
As I said.
But that's why he messaged me. Because it was a t-shirt question.
Look at Freddie Funko chilling on my table behind me.
Chilling in the village?
Give him a high five.
Let me see. Trying to find some clips.
You know what's funny? Is that if you take any amount of time to research how to make vinyl figures, like make your own, it is an industry that is just locked behind doors.
Nope. I got some links for you that we can check out together.
Yes, I know, but what I'm saying is that just at first glance, right? Like, if you don't deep dive into it, I found some stuff.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you don't dedicate yourself to search for it, you're never going to find it. Todd says, I'll message you tomorrow. Thanks. Out of pity. He'll pity message me.
Why is he? Oh, I got what you're saying. Try to find
the what was I going to tell you? Oh, yeah. From like at first glance, it's just like, yeah, don't come to the party. Stay away. But you have to think so Reese Funko, obviously, you find out how figures are made. Obviously.
Correct.
Am I right on that?
Yeah.
I gotta be right.
I think that's.
So then Reese knows Connor, and then Connor's like, hey. And then that's how figures get made, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
Now we got to ask that Jonathan dude from Mon how they made their figures.
I think he I believe
makes them in his apartment.
Well, no. So I think obviously they're 3D modeled, and I think that he works in or around that industry. Like, or somewhere, his job, he does like 3D modeling, or he knows somebody, or he's in IT, and I don't know. I want to say that. I
completely cannot hear anything that you say. You broke up.
You are broke up. I said, I believe that he works in IT, or he works in some other field where he has access to either he knows how to 3D model, or he works with somebody that does 3D modeling, and they helped him. I believe that is the backstory.
You could just technically, if you're making 50 of something, you can just make your own molds, clay mold them, right? And then put them in silicone, and then pour resin or something in there and make your own.
Okay, so there is I do Warhammer stuff. So I paint miniatures, right? And there's a company that makes different tools and things like that for doing 3D or for doing painting miniatures. And it's called Green Stuff World, and they make a product called Blue Stuff, which what you do, so if you had a part and you needed to make a cast of it, okay? What you do is you take this blue stuff and you pack it, or you soak it in hot water, and then you pack it on both sides around whatever you're doing, and then you pull it apart, and then you got your mold, right? And then you use 2-part epoxy, and you put the 2-part epoxy inside your little mold that you made. And I can send you a video on how to do it. That my
Yeah, I've
explanation
seen
was
it. I'm looking at it right now.
okay. So, it's supposed to work really well. I watched a guy do some. He cast. I don't remember what it was.
I was watching people do resin molds
Mm-hmm.
and
It doesn't.
all of the like.
It honestly does not look too difficult to do.
But see, that's the reason why that those companies that are smaller, like PimToy, or like Mon or Abominable Toys, and just fill in the blank.
Yeah.
They use one mold because you can, and you can't. At least for Abominable Toys, they have used two molds because the mold for the New York was different than everything else. But
yeah.
What's up, Robin? But the for everything else, like Tiny Ghost and stuff like that, they follow that same mold. So because one of those molds, it lasts for like 10,000 units or however many it is, right? But it costs you a pretty penny for that mold. That's like half of your startup cost.
Let's see. It's like 10,000. It's like $10,000 for that mold.
Yeah, and see, here's my point in all of it is that to me personally, in our stretch, we're kind of like talking out loud to everybody here who's welcome to the broadcast.
Welcome to us arguing about things.
Well, we're just talking through it.
I know.
If we make our own, I wouldn't want to make the same thing over and over and over again. I'd want to make like 3 different things.
I would at least like to. I wouldn't mind making the same thing or having like some variations, like some cool variants. But and if that was the case, then I wouldn't want to have multiple active lines.
You'd want to have what?
Multiple active lines, like, oh, here's this figure that we make, and then here's this figure, so that way it's not like the same thing every single whatever release period that we're doing. Like, say we do one every 3 months. I don't want it to be the same thing. So this 3-month period, we would have,
yeah, you just release it at different times throughout the year, different things, but you could still like be on repeat for some things, but be able to mix them out.
Like this week it's Billy the hippie dinosaur, and then in 2 weeks we're gonna release Uncle Dumpster or whatever they are.
Uncle Dumpster.
I want to make something they call
these
Uncle
things right
Dumpster.
here. These soda cats, right?
Yes.
I was looking at them, and man, it looks like they all have a brain tumor.
That's not good. More healthy.
I know. The top of it where the cap goes on their head.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it in here. I'll put it up to the camera. But there's like a little piece of where it's probably where like the tube that pumps the resin in locks in.
Yeah.
But it's visibly
sickly?
Like a square inside of there.
Okay. It's like
it just looks like, yeah, it doesn't look like the rest of the figure looks good and clean, but then the top of the head, I don't know, put it up there again.
All right,
see if you can see it. It's there. And all of their straws come out of their heads.
Oh.
See? Ooh, they all come out.
That's crazy.
So.
I don't know, man. I'm really interested in all that stuff. I'm just gonna message somebody, like one of these like big like these guys that's like huge and like the independent like
there is a toy called Dumpster Fire.
Dude, oh my gosh. I've actually talked to the guy that I don't know. Yeah, it's the guy that designed those. I think it's a guy or someone that's affiliated with who made that. I talked to them when we were at New York Comic Con through Tenacious Toys, that's who carries them in the US. And it may have been someone from Tenacious Toys I talked to. I don't remember. I talked to somebody.
All right, guys in the chat, you guys are way into like fringe collecting now. You're just looking for things that are out there. Dumpster Fire boxes with smiley faces on them. Come on now,
dude. Do you not love those?
Okay, so anyways,
you don't like it. Along. You don't like it.
No.
Oh my gosh, dude, they're freaking awesome.
They're a dumpster with a smiley face on it.
Dude, it's funny because it's a dumpster fire.
Okay.
As the funny thing is, Matt, Ohio Matt, uh, our buddy, he messaged me. He was like, "Hey, have you seen these dumpster fire figures?" I was like, "Yes," and he wanted to know where to get one. That's that's
Uh-oh.
that's awesome, man.
Watch out.
I know, man.
Mandrill has it up for pre-order.
We're gonna ban that comment. Sorry, that has Todd. I've just blocked you from. No, I
They have pins too. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere.
Who has pins?
Like, so here's my theory behind that. You run out of ideas like really, really fast with that.
What?
Dumpster fire.
Oh, dude, I think they do other stuff too.
Trash compactor fire.
No, it's
like a little trash compactor in your kitchen. It has a fire and it's like, oh my god, I'm on fire. I'm a trash compactor. Help me, please pour some water on me. Is that it?
no. What? You're such a jerk. What I'm saying is they do other stuff. That's not the only thing that they have, and there's a bunch of like color variants of that.
Is that an affiliate link?
No, Tenacious doesn't do affiliates. It's sold out. Boom. Wish I would have bought it when I had the chance. But in case anyone is interested,
There's little dumpster fire.
man.
And why would it be smiling if it's engulfed in flame?
Because it's like a cutesy little thing.
Some of the toys that you like and collectibles that you like, I don't get. There
Yes,
are some
I
that
know.
I do get that I like a lot, like the candy demon thing,
Oh,
the
dude, that's so
great white,
freaking
the
cool.
giant shark edition. Like I like that. That looks cool to me.
Yeah.
But others I don't. Like dumpster fires falls into that category.
I think that okay, so that's just something. It's not super expensive. It's $22, and it's a good size. That's something that I would like to have, and it's definitely like well, when you start getting into that world, okay, when you start getting into stuff with like Kid Robot is like the top level hierarchy when you start talking about true like designer toys, right? And then you work your way down to some of these things that are just like insane. Like, oh, that's a $250 figure and it's like 3 inches tall. But it's all because, there's 25 of them made and they're all hand painted. It's you go from this is a toy that I collect to check out my art pieces that I have. It's this like gray area between those two things. Like some people really like paintings, right? Like, oh, check out I got a original, whatever, Monet, all right, because I have $1 million to throw around. You have those people.
Oh,
and
you
then,
don't have to convince me because
and
I
that's
know. I mean, people not only in that world, but people like that exist all across the world. Like the card collecting, there'll be a card like the new Zion Williamson basketball card, and it'll get graded at 9, 5, 10, or even if it's a 10 pristine or whatever. People will pay $50,000 for it. I mean, there's people that will pay that amount of money.
That and I do understand that to a certain level. I don't understand the whole like I'm gonna buy something that's graded. Like I think that's just stupid. Just because you're paying extra money because someone said, "Yep, that looks good." Like, okay, if you're wanting
Well,
like
it depends on what's behind it, right? Like it depends on who's grading it.
right, like if you're like
somebody
talking
just
about like
starts grading
comics.
pops, like pops are so subjective to what is a 10.
Oh
A
yeah,
card is based on 4 parameters. You know what I mean? It's centering, lettering, whatever it is,
well, but also
corners,
also
and
when you're
things like
talking about
that.
with cards and comics, you've had those standards that have been established for 50 years. You know,
Yeah.
and with a graded pop, which that's just nonsense anyway. That's facilitating just a made up industry. All right, that is that I don't understand it. But like video games, like grading a video game, I'm sure you've seen this before. Um,
Mhm.
so a sealed copy Oh, let me look it up right now. Actually, I'll tell you. Okay, so if you have a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers 3, okay? For some reason, you got a sealed copy. You are talking about it's worth $284. Okay? Just because it's and I understand that because that's an old thing. You know, came out in when did Super Mario Brothers 3 come out? Like 90 something, 92 maybe,
Yeah,
91.
92,
Okay,
93.
so I get that that's old, and if you have one that's it's still sealed, good condition, I understand spending like $200 on it because there's some nostalgia that's associated with it. So I can get that. Can you have okay? So if it's $200, can you guess what a graded? It doesn't even have to be like. It doesn't have to be like a 10 graded. Just like if
Came
it's
out.
graded like a 7 or higher. Can you? What would you anticipate a video game would cost?
It was released in Japan in '88 and in America in 1990. How much is it? How much more is it for graded? Like, is it a 2x or like a 10x type?
Not 10, but not 2 either.
So you said it's 280, then it's probably worth like 2,000, like right around $2,000, 1,800, $2,000.
It's 1100. And that's
And
if
who
it's
grades them? Who grades video games?
um
What's up, Marty?
let's see. I forgot who the big people are.
We could grade pops. I mean, we've collected them since they came out. We, I would probably be the strictest grader ever on a pop.
Yeah. We've talked about that before too. I think VGA is the company that does it.
With pop grading though, I just don't agree with like a nine. Like I don't agree with making a comic book grading system, making it so precise. It's like this is a 9.2, this is 9.3, this is a 9.4, this is a 9.8. You know what I mean? I think that it should be more like cards. It's like this is a 9. It's an average of all these, or a 9.5, or a 10. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like as that level of granularity on it. Like this is a 9.2. The way that comics are graded are unique to a comic book. A pop is, I mean, because do the graders when they grade the pop, do they pull it out of the actual pop out of the box? What constitutes a 9? Is it just the box that grade?
See, and there's no
Because
standards.
if I can see any blemishes on the pop itself, like on the front, then I would be able to grade the pop. But if it's on the back or on the top of the head, I mean, do I grade that? How do I grade it? You know,
However you want to,
it's
sir.
subjective.
Just it's a made up thing.
Let's do it. Ricky's card grading service.
So I'm trying to see here who.
That pop is never gonna be a 10.
Okay, so you know, what is it? Sports cards, they're PSA graded, right?
Sports cards are PSA is one of the grading, and then Beckett is the other one. BCS.
See, I didn't know
BCS.
if Beckett does one. And then toys use AFA, and comic books are CGC. Video games, it's VGA. So it's Video Game Authority is what those are. What is it for? But there is there's a lot of established standards within that because they've been you've been grading games for.
Well, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna grade a pop, and Alan says anything above a 9 is at like a point system, anything below is like a half a point system. But see, even that to me is just like it's so subjective to who looks at it, right? And what criteria they establish, and then what is their expertise? Because to me, I would want Funko doing the grading.
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. And they would never. I don't think they would ever dip their toes into that, or at least I would hope not. Because even though you would say you would want them to, I mean, would you really want them to? Because doesn't that become a little bit shady?
It just depends. I mean, it's like to me, somebody central, and I guess if it catches on with these graded pops,
Yeah,
that whoever's grading them now is going to take over, and that's just it's like establishing your name first,
Yeah.
and then once it is, it's all brand recognition, and people's just like, yeah, let's send it there, and it's a 9, and then I look at it and I go, there's no way that's a 9. I would never call that pop a 9.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely hard when you're talking about a three-dimensional item that people put, 90% of the value in just a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I would say is, and that's what I always tell people too about when people buy things or when you're selling things. They'll tell you that an out of box pop is worth like 50% of the value.
Mm-hmm.
The reality there is it's really only worth like 30 to 40% of the value, because people put so much significance on those boxes. It's crazy. And what's crazy is that if you have a box, let's say you have like a Mr. Incredible box or something that's worth like $1,800, $1,500, if you sell the box is not worth 50% of the value of the pop. It doesn't sell for that much. It's like $200-$300. So it's 10% the value of the pop. But yet if the pop is out of the box, then that math doesn't compute. You get what I'm saying, Piper? It's like, oh well, if you have a Mr. Incredible out of the box, I'll buy for $600. However, if you have the box, I'll marry that up. Oh wait, you got the box? I'll pay you $300 for it.
Yeah, it's something crazy. Alan said manufacturers shouldn't grade their own products.
And that's subjective. I mean, I get that there's a conflict of interest. I mean, if you ask me personally, manufacturers shouldn't have an app where they collect the value of their own product. But yet everyone uses that to their benefit, and it's all subjective because people tell you that's stupid that Funko does that, and yet if they could get a pop for cheaper than what Pop Price Guide says it is, they'll be like, well, the Funko app says it's $13. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's opportunities, opportunistic.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's all subjective. It's all subjective. Like if you had a pop and you sent it off to Funko and they rated your pop a 10 out of 10, you're gonna be like, well, I mean, it's Funko. They're grading it. You know what I mean? But if they came back and I see it in the baseball, football, basketball card world too, is that someone will have a card. If I look at it and 100 people look at it, they'll say that's a 9.5/10, like 9.5 for the card and 10 for the autograph. They'll send it to Beckett, and Beckett will give it a 9.10, right? And then they'll just be like, oh, they're whatever. I mean, there's such a huge cards and comics right now are really killing it. And I was just talking to Alan about it. The comic book world is blowing up right now, and also the card collecting is blowing up right now too. And I was just in this chat the other day where they were talking about how, a graded card, like you were just saying for the games, if you get the right card graded, you've just taken a card that's worth $100 and turn it into like $1,200.
It's kind of crazy. And so this is my thing when I'm talking about like graded games, is I understand doing it with cards because you have a card. It is essentially a non-functional item. Yeah. It's just to look at. Same thing with comics. I guess you can kind of say the same thing, but it is functional because you open it up and there's a story to be had inside. Pops, it's again something. It's to look at. It's like a piece of we treat it like it's a piece of art, or any kind of collectible. That's essentially what we're doing, because we don't open it, we don't play with it, we don't let our kids play with it. But when you have a video game, like that is like it is a functional piece of like technology, and you're just like you're putting it inside of a plastic box and being like, okay, no, and then you're charging somebody $2,000 for it. That to me is like it doesn't make sense to me. Like my brain just does not understand that concept at all. And I would.
Well, I mean, you're right. I mean, I think on the baseball card front of it is that it's not usable, but they basically create value. That's all they're doing. They're manufacturing value. Yeah. They'll print out 100,000 cards. They'll have 2 1-of-1s, and then they'll break it down past that, and they'll just say, well, this is glossy. It's just the same thing as Funko. It's like a convention exclusive compared to a common. They're creating value, and people like that. Whether people like to admit it or not, they don't collect for value. people like that aspect of it of,
Oh, everybody collects
okay,
for
well,
value.
instead of 20,000 units of this, I get 1,000 units of that. It's the same premise. The only difference is when I go to buy a packet of baseball cards, I don't know what's in there. When I buy something from Funko, I know what I'm getting. And
Yes.
if you create a unique way, this is why mystery boxes were and are still so popular, is that people will risk $20 on a chance at a 1 in 1,000 pop or whatever that value, that getting a chance, opposed to just, you know, shelling it out. And that's why waffling got so addictive. But if you look in the long term on purchasing, spots and waffles, 90% of the time, 90% of the time, you will have paid the amount of the value of the pop
Oh, for
in
sure.
trying to chase it.
Yeah.
And that's what I always tell people about waffling. If you're going to waffle, seriously consider um, just buying the thing outright. Now, if it's something that's like $400, you don't have $400.
And you want to gamble?
What was that?
And you want to just gamble for it?
Yeah, and if you want to gamble, I get it. I mean, I understand it.
The only time I've ever done a waffle, it wasn't even for pops. It was like one time I did it for video games, and I won. I didn't even know. I didn't even watch the waffle. Some of the guy messaged me. He was like, "Hey, you won." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. What I win?" And I won like it was like Mario RPG or something like that. It was a game I didn't even care about. I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Whatever." Um,
I I
and
think that, and you know me, I've played waffles, and you've
yeah,
played them too. So
um, if I was just like if I saw something I was like, oh, and it's like a $2 buy-in or something like that, or even a $5 buy-in, I could see myself, I'll chance it, but it's not something that I intelligently could actively participate in like on a regular basis. It's just like I like scratch offs. Like you go to the gas station and you got like 10 people waiting to buy scratch offs. Like or lottery tickets in general. I could see I've never bought a lottery ticket before just because I don't ever think about it. So I'm like,
what's up,
okay,
Raven?
I I don't understand the mentality of like, oh, I guess it's like, oh, what if I win kind of thing, but I don't know, just me. I've never bought into that.
Well, I'll play the lottery. McGregor TKOs.
Yeah, like
Okay,
in
I'm not
20
gonna say
seconds
that
is
out
what.
loud.
Oh, that was posted in there. So what is this? Lunar Missile.
There, just like I said. Just like I said. Um, and now everybody's pissed because they just paid all that money to watch that. And they're like, "What's going on?" Anyways, um, the craziness about waffling that would make it a lot better is if they would just like what we had talked about before, making it interesting for everyone else. So you take away something, because I did that. I was gonna write an article and stuff about it, and I just stepped away from it because it's just some of these people that I've seen get into in fights in the waffle. There are
Mm-hmm.
people that have access to checking people's background, and they're just going into people's background, and then just
Going wild.
like, yeah, you remember that one, right? With
Yeah,
yeah, and they just like people that have access to looking into people's past and bringing stuff up and just
that's
churning
crazy,
crap
man.
for no reason. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even getting in this. If you want to waffle,
Yeah,
spend
it's
your
not
money
something
around this.
I wanna don't poke the bear kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay away from that.
I mean, I'm just a dude, man. I'm just a dude.
You're just the dude.
I'm just a dude that has my opinions. I don't expect people to follow everything that I say, but
Except they
I do
do.
like to warn people.
People do follow our opinions, though.
Huh?
I said, but people do follow our opinions, though.
Sometimes.
No, a lot, pretty frequently. Look, we got all these people that are here just to listen to us talk. 13
I
people.
love waffles with no syrup.
Blah blah blah. Man, oh, you know what?
Lego my ego, dog.
I want some. There's like this Mexican restaurant that's like fairly close to me. They have the best pancakes in the universe, and I want them so bad right now.
There's some place here in Fort Worth. I forget it's like this old Southern pancake house or something.
Yeah.
They have what you know what this is? A Dutch baby. I think that's what the thing's called. Have you ever had one of those?
What did you just call me?
Like a Dutch baby or
Did you just call
something.
me a Dutch baby?
You know what I'm talking about?
No,
I
man.
don't eat it because it's got lemon in it. I'm not a fan of
No,
lemon.
no, I don't want lemon. Lemon has no place in food. It goes on fish sometimes or in a drink. I'm not
No,
about. I
so
don't like lemon in like cakes. I don't like lemons in pies. I don't like pies at all.
yeah, I
No.
don't. I like lemonade.
Yeah, that's the extent of lemon. Sometimes I'll like just eat a lemon. That's it.
And the yeah, it's off of University Drive. The thing is that I'll eat a lemon, like I'll put a lemon in my water, but I'm
Yeah.
such a germaphobe
Oh,
that
dude,
I
that's so
don't
dirty.
like to take. Yeah, it freaks me out.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Here, would you like the community lemons?
We did not wash these, nor think about washing them. I hope you
What
enjoy.
what is so funny is we went to eat at a Chinese food buffet
Okay, talk about
on
the
one night
dirtiest
this week.
food.
So it's a night where they have crab legs. And
Okay.
oh my god, people with they just wait until they put the crab legs out,
No, 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 no,
and then
no.
people just like fill their plates full of crab legs. It doesn't matter if there's like 13 people around them all waiting. They will empty the crab leg. Like, I saw a lady literally look at another lady and just like put the last little dangling, like it broke off of the main chunk,
It's like a little
and she put
nubbin.
yeah, and she's already got a plate full of crab legs, and then she just puts it on there and looks at the lady and just like walks off
Do you
slowly
know
and
any of
slowly lifts it up and drops it.
I don't understand that because all those crab legs have been stored in like a lukewarm car. Like they've just been in someone's car all day long, and they finally brought them out. Those are not sanitary. They're not healthy. They're probably not even gonna taste that good. But
What's up, Reba?
people are going crazy about it. Why aren't you here, the Grizzly? I don't know what that is. Cowboy's mom is the true hero tonight, guys. Let's go. I'm trying to go back through here and catch up. Ugh. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I was supremely surprised at that.
At crab legs?
And there yes. So there's always so there's this Mandalorian like Star Wars collectible thing. You know, have you seen it going around? It's like a Target exclusive or something.
Oh no, are you talking
And
about
it
the carbonized one?
yeah,
It has
yeah.
the. You know what? It's funny because I've been on the hunt for one for my buddy. You know John, my buddy John. He lives like down the street
Yes.
from me. Um, he's been looking for, and I picked up one of the other ones. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what character it was, but I got that. I ended up getting it for him. I found it at GameStop. But yeah, I do know exactly what you're talking about because I have been looking for one. They're fairly hard to find.
So what's so hard about? I mean, what's so difficult about it? And yeah, you get to a stage in collecting where you're just like, I've switched, and I have. I've switched from the guy that goes and picks it up that just pays the markup. That's what I've
Oh my
become. I
god.
really do not care anymore. I don't care because it's just such a waste of time. And everybody who has I don't know. They have the freest time in the world. They must not do anything at work. They must just
They
sit
don't have a
at work
work.
and
There is
search
no work.
YouTube all day. But
I was
go
gonna say
ahead.
for me, it's not like I guess my approach to it. It's not like I'd rather spend the money. It's that I don't actively care enough to go and hunt for something. Um,
Well, I used to, but I mean, I now it's just I've gotten so disgruntled. Well, I was disgruntled with it. I've come to terms with it. Now I've just accepted
you're
my
over it.
role in society, and my role in society is to pay a markup and not wait outside of Target for something. But it's just so what's so crazy is it's how things work on the interwebs now.
Mhm.
It's just someone hears an inkling of something that comes out. So let's use the Mandalorian for that sake. So the Mandalorian's coming out, right?
Yeah.
And there's this
It's out.
carbonized one or whatever it's called
Yeah.
from the Black series. I think that's what they're called
Yeah,
from
it's
Star
Black
Wars.
Series.
Um, they just get an inkling of it, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna blow this up. We're gonna blow this up, boys and girls." All it has to do is take one city to sell out of them like that, and the word gets around, and then everybody comes. All the Smeagol's come. They like crawl out of their caves, and they're at Target at like 6:30 in the morning. They're like, "Let me get the Mandalorian," and they don't they don't do anything but that. And that used to get to me, but now more and more is just like, you know what? If it's like if something is maybe 10, as long as it's below 10x, I'll just be like, you know what? I'm not even fighting it. I'll get it. Because if you think about the gas, the time that you spend waiting for something, and everything that's put into it, you're by far saving yourself stress, and you're just dropping it. Like the chase, my favorite chase of the year, the Aang chase from Hot Topic. It's $100. It was $100 when they sold it. That to me, paying the $100 in order to pay for it is totally worth it. It's totally worth not trying to go to 15 Hot Topics and find it, because in my early days I'd be like super upset about it. I would be boo hoo me, and now I'm just like, you know what? I'll pay $100. I'll do it.
See, it's different for me because like I got one Hot Topic to go to. If I don't get it, I don't get it. And I think that's more of what it is I came to just the understanding of, yeah, I probably ain't getting it. So I'll try. Like if I don't have anything, my work schedule is really like lax. So I'm one of those people that if I really cared enough about stuff, I could be there every time something released and I could have it because I haven't got anything else to do. And it's not too competitive around here to collect stuff like that. So, I mean, I get it. I understand where somebody who does not have that luxury, where they would be coming from of why they would be, why is it upsetting and stuff like that. But I don't know.
I try to project forward now. So this weekend there was what was it? Hot Cash. So there was Hot Cash. I had a 30% coupon that I had in the mail from Hot Topic, and then I still had like 4 or $5 rewards that I had left over. So we went, and my wife and I went ahead and I did buy the latest series of Dragon Ball Z. I don't know why, but I did.
Yikes.
And there was like 9 of them. And then my wife she's missing only 2 of the Harry Potters to make it whole. Cho Chang and I think George Weasley. But we bought like 22 pop. The biggest pop purchase I've made in a long time.
That's crazy.
And with all of the bonuses and savings, I only spent like $106. It was ridiculous.
That's a good get.
Yeah, because you pick and you choose, right?
Pick and you choose. Do you?
You pick and you choose those battles. And sometimes
those battles pick you.
Ah, man, for New York Comic Con last year, it was a total home run for pretty much all the pop. Because I don't, value-wise, with the con stickers, I see very little that are under $30.
Let's see. Alan paid $90 for Diamond Elvira. $40 for the show.
40 for the show, 40 for the pop.
That's actually
$10 ship.
Bad.
Yeah.
Todd said collects Black series. He said must live in a good area. He picked up 3 of them. Todd, if you want to hook me up with a one for my buddy, you could message me.
$150, bro.
He ain't got no. He's not gonna pay $150. But I don't
how much are they selling on eBay?
However much I want. That's how much. I don't know.
I wonder how much they're selling on eBay.
Probably
it's the Carbon Mandalorian.
Carbon boys. Carbon. I don't know.
spelling Mandalorian wrong.
Yeah,
They're listed for like $45.
that's not bad. That's almost like I would pay that honestly because it's a good tough find, especially around here. I know we're not gonna get it, but I know that John he's not gonna want to spend that.
Yeah, they're selling about $50 a pop.
Not terrible.
I think they sell for 20.
Uh, it 20, 23, something like that.
Carbonite. Yeah, I found it. I just put Target Mandalorian figure. And eBay was like, bing, 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 bing,
They're
bing,
like,
bing, bing.
we
There's
know exactly what you
2,700
want.
listings.
Carbonite, carbonized, carbonium, whatever.
We got him.
We got
We
you.
got him. $50, little man. Put that in my hand. It
Done.
doesn't compare to the dumpster fire vinyl figure, though. It
Bro,
pales in
you need to shut up.
It pales in comparison.
You are talking about Hasbro versus someone in their
Who
wood
put a
shed.
smiley face
In their woodshed.
on a dumpster that is on fire.
You need to calm down. All right. You need to calm it down.
I'm on fire tonight.
You're not.
Would you say that I'm on a dumpster fire tonight?
You're the worst.
We went early to where was the place? Central Market, and there was some cheese there, Gouda cheese. And my kid, I was like, "You want to try some of this cheese?"
You wanna try
he's
some
like,
of this cheese,
and we
boy?
ate it. And he's like, "Man, that cheese is awesome." I said, "Would you say that cheese is Gouda?"
You're so funny, Ricky. You're so funny. You're hilarious. So much stuff happening. So much chats.
Loving the Gouda. That's right. That was 1 year aged Gouda cheese, and it was so damn Gouda.
You know what? I love Starbucks. They got this bacon Gouda breakfast sandwich that is
Yeah.
the jam.
I'm rolling my eyes so hard right now. Yes. You know all about it.
I'm rolling my eyes so hard my brain hurts.
I got this bread the other day too, and it
Did you
was
get this
like
bread.
sourdough bread
Yeah.
that had jalapenos and cheese in it, cheddar cheese, aged cheddar. It was good.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I tried to go back there and get it today, and he's like, "Man, I'm all sold out of that." I'm like, "Damn, man, I know that's some good." So I just got ciabatta bread.
Ciabatta
I
bread.
got that ciabatta bread, and it's good.
I like ciabatta.
Everyone's like, I hear that joke 20 times a day. What is that cheese? Gouda.
Nice.
Very nice.
My wife.
So that was how many streams did we do this week? 3 streams.
2? Did we do 2 or 3?
We did an episode.
Yeah.
And did we do a live stream like this past weekend?
Yeah, I think we did. I'm proud of people for showing. Oh man, I want to show off something. I'm gonna show this to you.
Show it off. Did you get your lemon drop ghost? Because I got my lemon drop ghost in on I got my lemon drop ghost in on like, I got it Thursday or Friday. I was like, oh my gosh, you order that and then they immediately
What?
ship it immediately.
What are you talking about?
Lemon drop ghost. I got it already. I got it on like Friday.
Oh, I got mine in today.
I told you. So it's like every time I order from them, I get it 2 days later every single time.
Dude.
And once I got it on
freaking
Thursday.
Bottleneck has that down to clown, man.
That's who that Bottleneck is the people
Yeah, Bottleneck
that handle their logistics.
I believe so because so I think Joe said something, because he runs Bottleneck. And
All right, show us your show off.
Okay. Well, first of all, I can't show them off because they're in the garage. But I told Ricky about it today, and I killed it today at Dirt Cheap. Like it's like
You're dirt cheap. Yeah.
I officially home runned it. All right. And we always talk about Dirt Cheap, and I'm sorry for you guys that don't have one, but um, it's like a Frugals kind of. If you guys have Frugals, so I went in today and I picked up. I was irritated. My Cards Against Humanity, like I have like tons and tons of sets. I think I almost have all of them, and I went and there at Dirt Cheap they had one of the new bigger blacker boxes. Holds all your cards. It's just a box that holds your cards. So I was standing waiting for somebody to help me because I needed to check the price on something because it wasn't scanning, and I noticed that there were some Lego sets that were just like hanging out in the like behind the glass case. So lady came over and helped me, and so she pulled out all these Lego sets, and after talking to her for a little bit, since they were all opened, but I took everything out of them, and it looked like everything is there. It's hard to tell because some of these sets are bigger, but from what I guesstimated, everything was there. So I went ahead and picked up for insane, like 80% off retail. I ended up getting 2 of the sets from the Lego Movie. I don't ever remember the names of anything. The first one was the Queen Whatever's So Not Evil Space Palace. That was the first one that I picked up. I'll post that here so you guys can see. This is the first thing that I got. I got this. I got that baby right there. So that was the first thing I got. The second thing I got was it's also from the Lego Movie. It was like some like motorcycle moped thing. That castle's like $100. I think I paid like $25 for it, which is insane. I just hope everything's
insane.
There. And then it's Emmett's Buggy is the other thing that I got, which actually is freaking awesome. So it's the getaway buggy from the first scene in the second Lego Movie. Trying to find that picture for it. Yeah, Emmett and Lucy's escape buggy. So I got this one right here. I think I paid $15 for this one right there. And then are you seeing these? Are you looking at these right now, sir? You clacking them links?
I'm looking at them.
You clacking them links?
And talking to me?
Yeah.
I already looked at them when you told me about them earlier.
All right, and then I don't know. And then the last one is the Thanos Ultimate Battle. It's like a big old spaceship, and it's got a bunch of people. I guess is this the Ultimate Battle? Is that
that's Star-Lord's ship?
I was gonna say, is that Star-Lord's ship? I was just really excited because the Iron Man minifigure that comes with it is sweet. It's super sweet. So I got that. I got that stuff. So you guys, I know probably nobody cares about that, but I did a trade with one of our people in Discord. I never do. Actually, no, I bought these. I didn't trade for these. I bought these. So I'm transitioning a lot of my collection. I know I told you about this, Ricky, but I'm transitioning a lot of my collection to just Freddy's, where I'm just getting rid of I think I'm gonna get rid of most of my Marvel stuff. A lot of the TV stuff and the animated stuff I don't care about. My Dragon Ball Z stuff, I'm gonna get that out, and then I'm just gonna kind of focus on Freddy Funkos because some of them are stupid expensive. So I need to free up a bunch of money to be able to afford them. But anyway, so
yeah,
I bought these for a really good price actually. So here's the first one I got, which was it's the space robot Freddy from, was this 2018 San Diego Comic-Con? Was this was this Fun Days?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, it's the blue and purple one. It's a LE 2000, so it's kind of hard to see with the glow from my monitor. But anyway, so I got this guy right here. Super excited about this. I do not have him. I have the other robots. I don't have that one. And then I also picked up right here the hologram Freddy. Where was this one released at? It says
I
thank
can't
you.
even see it yet.
It says thank you from Funko 2017. It's a glow in the dark. He looks like,
Oh, the toy of the year.
oh, is that what it is?
I think that's the toy of the year
Okay.
thing they sent out to everybody.
See, I never got one of these. So there we go. I got those guys. And then oh, I was gonna let you know, you got a present from Singapore.
Finally! Oh my gosh! It didn't get. It's out in the Pacific Ocean, floating with Wilson.
It's so
somewhere.
weird. Like yours came in like 2 weeks after mine, but I bought both of them at the same time. So I don't know how that worked out. But anyway, I've not opened yours yet, so I don't know what your second item is because it was a bundle. It was like a mystery box kind of thing. So my mystery item is a stupid rubber duck because
Let me see it.
we got it
See
up
your
right
rubber
now as
duck.
soon as your thing updates. You should be able to see it on the Hangout.
Oh, so I forgot. You got two. You get two tiny ghosts in that box, right?
Yes, we got 2 of them.
All right, open mine then.
Right now? Well, let me. And there's the cold shower.
That's such an awesome one.
I know. Is it sealed? I wonder. If it's not sealed, I'll open the box. Oh, it's wrapped.
Hello, Chris.
I don't know if I want to open it.
You gotta open my box. Gotta see.
Oh, there it is.
I probably got the same thing you did.
We'll see. Hold on. I'll tell you.
Do, 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 do. I want the what was that one that they gave away? The grass one or whatever it's called. I don't know the official names of them.
All right. The anticipation.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what was the name of the one that they gave away when we were at the party? It's like the grass one. It's called what's it called?
Yard work?
Yard work. That's the one.
Man, that's one I really want.
It's-
He's pretty expensive.
We're almost done. We're getting ready to stop streaming here in a second. I can't see anything, so I've got like a 20-second delay.
You should be able to see it on the Hangout feed.
I can't see it on the Hangout feed. I turned off the video.
Oh, okay.
Would I get the rubber ducky too?
No.
It's still literally like a 2-minute delay.
That's crazy.
I still haven't seen it yet.
I haven't held it up yet. I haven't held it up yet.
All right, hold it up.
Kind of say, sorry about your damn luck.
What is it, a blank one or something?
It's just an OG.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't mind that. I mean, do they have Witcher Pop lineup? They don't have the Witcher yet.
Yeah.
Pop, do they? They have older ones.
They have the ones from the
That's
game.
for the video game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same technically. It's the same people. They had one just came out, Glow in the Dark Witcher, that came out a couple months ago. That was a GameStop exclusive. But anyway, yeah. So you got an OG. I guess we could give this to somebody in like one of their
No,
boxes.
I'm gonna keep it.
Or you can keep it.
Custom with it.
Oh yeah, I was saying you can do a custom. I thought that would be cool. And then I don't think there's anything else in there. No. And then your one was on the, they boxed these really weird. They made like 2, so it came in like they put like 2 boxes together. I don't know if you'll see it here in just a second. But anyway, don't even look. No, why do they have my address on every side of this box? Dang it. Okay, there's no address.
They have. So the Witchers that they have were released in 2017, and then they have a 2019 that was released at E3.
Yeah, that was the GameStop one.
And then they also have a 2021 that's coming out. That's for the game. That's Geralt too, with a glow in the dark.
Robin said I need to open it because it could be a doodle.
Then I just finished the Netflix show. I finished the first season. It took me like a month to get that done. The longest time it took me to get a month. A month is the longest time it's taken me to get through a Netflix show. Normally, we watch it on Sundays and we just binge through it. But man, I was not there.
So you know what?
And
Watching
did you finish it?
Huh? Yeah, I just finished
Did you
it.
finish it?
Yeah, I just
first
finished
season.
So
Okay.
I felt like watching The Witcher. It was just like supernatural, but with a lot better acting.
Yeah.
Did you kind of feel
a
like
lot
that?
better characters?
Well, it's like each episode was literally just like, oh, it's a quest in a video game. But it reminded me of Supernatural, how like every episode they're like, gotta go fight a vampire. Oh, there's a Frankenstein monster. That's kind of how I felt about it. Not that that's bad.
It says don't lose that pin. Some people have been throwing it away on accident. What pin?
There's no pin in the box. I just looked.
I have this pin. I just found them because I brought stuff back from my grandparents'
Oh,
house.
that's cool.
The Abominable Toys. I have that one, and this is my favorite one of that set. It's the actual Statue of Liberty one.
Yeah, I got this pin. Look at that one. Look at that pin I got.
What is it?
The same one you have. This is the Statue of Liberty, tiny ghost one from the party.
All from the party. I like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. No, I wouldn't say pass on Witcher. Witcher's a really good show. There are parts of it where I had to. Did you have to watch it with subtitles?
Depends on the episode.
There's some
I
episodes
did.
in there that there's some dialogue that you're like, what the hell did that person just say?
Well, I mean, for him too. For what's the guy that
Henry
plays-
Cavill.
Yeah, when he talks, sometimes it's almost like he's mumbling the words.
Here's
like,
my impression of Henry Cavill from that show. Yes.
Yeah.
There's like if you watch a subtitle, like every like fifth set of dialogue that he has, he's just going, huh. And it's just and it's really funny in some of the dialogue because they're pushing real hard for you to know what's going on, but they're like cannons fire in the background, and it's literally a silent scene, and you would have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly. Because he has no emotion or like it's just what's going on is like.
Guys,
Yeah.
I there's nothing in here.
Like the dragon episode, when he's just like, he's hungry. You could have just fed him, and he would have went away. Just like he's like an old 60-year-old curmudgeon man.
That's crazy.
Which technically he is older, right? So.
No, it's not mixed in the peanuts. Just it's not in there. Yeah, which I know he's like that in the game, but it's
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
exactly how he is in the video game.
which is just funny though. You just watch it and you're just like, because Henry Cavill's he's a great actor. I like him. He's so much like personality and he's a funny dude. And I know that's the part, but it's totally like, I don't know. It's a good show. I would put it
Yeah.
like on a 10 scale. I would give it like a good like 7.9. I'd definitely watch it again. And
That's an 8 for me.
yeah, it's pretty close there. I did see where for the next season of it, did you see who they're bringing on as one of the characters?
No, I didn't.
Old dude that played Tormund Giantsbane in Game of Thrones.
Oh, nice.
I'm so excited. I love him. I can't say his name. It's like too many like consonants and lots of V's and U's. It's a
Squiggly line above a U and two
well, there's
dots
not-
above an E.
There's no umlauts in his name, but it's definitely one of those that you're just like, yeah, those aren't words. My mouth don't make those noises.
Robin said I should have got a pin because I only got the OG.
Well, there's no pin in there. I just went through and looked.
Piper just said, "Oh, there's no pin in there," as he shakes the box and it drops to the floor.
I don't want to drop all. I would shake it out, but I don't want popcorn all over my floor.
No, that's all good.
Ricky don't come about pins anyway.
When it comes to luck, I'm at the bottom of that barrel. It's all right.
I mean, I got the rubber ducky. That's not much better. I mean, I think that the OG is a lot cooler than the rubber duck. You want to trade? You can give me the OG. I'll give you the rubber duck.
No, I want the OG because I want to do customs.
I'm gonna.
You see the Prado custom with the Wolverine? That's pretty awesome.
Oh, the one that
You
what's
posted it up in the chat.
Yeah, who did that? It was dude that's doing the Bears. Oh, what the hell's his name?
The guy that does customs. That's all I say.
I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway,
We don't care about names here. Names don't matter.
I ain't dropping no names.
I don't even know my own name sometimes. So
Sometimes.
So that BIM toy was the lemon drop was the first one of this year, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did it sell out?
Yeah, it did sell out. It was up for a good probably 30 seconds. I wouldn't say it's the Madcap Customs. What's the guy's name that does those?
He did one for old Timmy too, right? Little Timmy.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, trying to give him some free publicity. But that was really good. I mean, he's a great painter. That's all it is. I wouldn't even really, it's more of just it's a custom paint job. I really wouldn't call it custom because to me, a custom's going to be like, it's going to have.
That's not a custom paint job. The Wolverine has claws.
Did it? I didn't know if they were just painted on.
And it has a cowl. On
okay, so yeah, then it's a true custom. But a lot of what he does are just like repaints.
Dude, that was a gangster one.
Yeah, it's very good.
Wolverine was gangster. Richie Pyle,
that's it. Yeah.
Shout out to Robin for getting Richie's names right.
I'm really excited. I think on Monday we'll be able to order the things. Just so you know.
You broke up completely. I didn't see anything. Something about Monday.
I saw
and
Monday.
Then I heard just so you know.
Just so you know, on Monday I think we're gonna be able to order the things.
The things.
Mm-hmm. The things.
We collect modded pops like customs. I don't really do collect those. Sometimes I'll see one that I really like, but then I'll just tell Tiffany to make it.
I saw the castle he did. Did you see that one? The Castle Grayskull.
Oh yeah,
that one's wild. And he did like a bunch of like little miniature ones. But yeah, Monday they'll be ordered.
They're gonna be ordered on Monday.
Yep. If you're good with that. If you're good with that design.
My freaking eye is killing me, bro.
Feels like somebody punched you in it. Or do we want to talk about it? Or do we want to wait?
Do we want to what?
Do we want to wait?
For what?
Did you want to talk about it before we leave? Or are we going to hold off on that?
We'll wait till next week.
You sure? I want to say the secret so bad. Oh. Todd said
what?
I want to say the secret. I want to say the secret so bad.
Everybody already knows the secret. Everyone in here is pretty much in Discord.
They don't know the secret.
Oh, okay.
They don't know the special secret.
If you want to tell them, I don't really care.
Do you not care?
No, you're like the kids that when they buy their parents presents for Christmas, they're like, just open your present, Dad. I'm not gonna be able to hold it, keep it a secret. I'm gonna drop it.
That was me when I was a kid. So my dad would put my mom's Christmas presents like in fake boxes. Like he bought my mom like I don't remember what it was, something, and then he put it inside an old VCR box. And he told me that this is what we got your mom for Christmas was a VCR. So like literally,
nice.
It does like you cannot tell her. And then like 5
And then you go right to her and tell her.
Oh, dude! As soon as my mom came, like walked down the hall, I opened the door and ran out and said, "I'm not supposed to tell you, Dad got you a VCR for Christmas." And
And then you're like laughing, thinking it's funny. Your
and
dad
then
picks
grab
you
down
up
the
and
hall.
throws you down the steps.
No, my dad did. He knew exactly. He was preemptive. Like he knew exactly how to handle the situation. Um,
Hey,
all
go
right.
ahead and spill the beans.
I'll go ahead and spill the beans. All right. So everybody in Discord said we like the logo, but we want it to be glow in the dark. And we couldn't decide, like, oh, do we make this glow in the dark? Do we not? You know, because maybe we should hold off on that until the next ones that we do, because we got a couple of pins that are vinyl or enamel pins that are lined up. And in case you don't know what you guys are talking about, guys, we're gonna be releasing enamel pins. They're gonna be for sale on the on our shop, and then when we announce when those go on sale, we have another, I think, awesome surprise that we're gonna kind of be dropping on everybody. Wouldn't you say that it's awesome?
Which one?
What we were going to be announcing. You're not gonna listen to me talk. I love that. Thank you so much.
I am listening to you, but I'm being honest with you, dude. I can only hear every other word of what you're saying.
You need to get more internet.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll pretend Ricky knows what I'm talking about. We have another thing that we're going to be announcing when we put the pins up for sale.
Are you talking about the name?
No, the other thing. Yes, whatever. That's fine. But we'll talk about that later. So here's a special surprise. The enamel pins that we're releasing are going to be, they're not all glow in the dark. There is going to be a 1 in 5 chance that you get a glow in the dark rare pin. So I hope that satisfies you guys somewhat. So yeah.
Well, it won't satisfy them if they don't get a glow in the dark.
Well, they're gonna have to buy multiples then. That's how we force them to buy 2. Yeah. So 1 in 5 will be a glow in the dark, and they. Do we settle on a price? Do we know how much they're gonna cost?
We already said what they were gonna cost.
Okay, so we already said it. So then, if you don't know, then he's no.
Oh no, we said it on the price. It was like $10.
Yeah, $10. So that's what they'll be. So, and they're very nice. They'll come with a backer card. They will be numbered, and you will know immediately when you see them if you have the rare or the common one. So, I wanted to do something special that, you know, to make it a little more exciting instead of just like, oh, good job, thanks for supporting us by buying a pin. And now there's a high point to getting it. So I'm the chosen one. That's what Keith said. So hopefully I'm hoping within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Good night, Chris.
Later, Chris. Hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks, the pins will be available for order. And they're gonna go up for our patrons first. You guys are gonna get first dibs at those. Well, if you're on that level, like whatever that was, if you're 25 or higher.
I think the $10 tier.
$10. So whatever that tier is, you guys are gonna get first dibs at it. Not that obviously there's not 100 of you, so then they will be limited to 100 pins. So I don't think that these are gonna sell out super fast. I would love if they did. I mean, if these sold out immediately, I would freak out. But so there you go. That's the secret. And I'm not gonna show you guys anything else.
I don't even know what the other thing is, because you're like, you want to talk about the other thing.
So
there's like there's 4 other things, at least 4 other things.
Yeah, I know. So I was trying to be as ambiguous as possible.
I was gonna say, that's, to me, I don't have any idea.
Well, you know what? Then sorry.
Like, was it the name thing, or was it the other thing we were making, or was it the other thing we were making?
I think it's gonna be the name thing, and maybe we should probably also have a website for that thing when it goes.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Yeah. All right. I'm
you know.
Flowing with
now
you.
You know. You got it, sir. All right.
I will tell you guys this, and I'm not even trying to upsell anything. All the stuff that we do this year, if you're not part of our patronage,
Patreon.
Patreon.com/Pop Collectors
Links at
Alliance.
on the screen. You can see at the bottom.
If you're not part of it, go there, because a lot of the things that we do, even this pin that we're putting out, the quote unquote founders pin, that had a lot of input from people, because Piper's like, what do you want? Do you want to do this and that? I'm like, dude, this is what I like. And I will tell everyone here, and I'm not afraid to, I'm completely honest with people.
It was the opposite of what everyone else wanted.
Nobody wanted the design I wanted. Everybody hated my design. It was like third of third.
They didn't hate it.
And it's so, well, no, I know they didn't hate it. I'm just going overboard with that. But it's, if I chose, I would feel like I would not be good at anything. So that's why we always push it onto you, because I was like, just ask everyone else, because what I hate, me and Piper never agree on anything. We like total opposites.
I wouldn't say we never agree on it.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, you're right. It's not that we never agree on it, but I think that we always have the things that we like, and then we tend to be on different sides of the spectrum. Not in a bad way. I think that's what one of our strengths are, is that we both see things from a different angle. But and I just kept saying, just ask people, and to just put that on you guys even more as we continue to make things, as we continue to grow and do this. We want everyone to be a part of it, so you can be part of this development process. You can have insight, and then when we start doing our tiny ghost parties for whatever we do, you'll be there with us and be the in crowd. Everybody will be like, I want to be like those guys. Those guys are in, man. They're in, like, they're awesome. And I mean, that's what we're doing with this, is that we're trying to get as much input from you guys, the fans, as we can. So one, it helps us in the insight that we're doing. We come up with great ideas, but we want to refine them and sort of push it through the filter of our patrons. So that's what, and we normally do that like in the lobby too, or the Patreon chat. So
yeah, just so everybody can have their input, and not just the people that pay us the most money.
So if you're a patron and you're not partaking, go to the Patreon chat. That's where you'll see all of this go down. We have other designs and things in the works. Big announcements after we release the pin, like Piper said. So more things to come very soon. But all this stuff is going to roll out quickly. And then one more time, be part of the design process with us, so we can do this together. So check it out in the Patreon discussions area of Discord.
Keith is asking to do the black on black one. It wasn't meant to be a black on black one. It was, the logo just didn't have the white filler background. It's because I used a PNG when I posted it and not a JPEG, and there was no colored background. We went with a slightly different design. Instead of the horizontal logo, when it was like a rectangle, we went with the logo. It's more of a square. And the reason that we did that was the pins are going to be a lot bigger now, because we're limited. Like, the manufacturer limits us on size. Like, if we go up in size, then it costs us more money, obviously, and it costs you guys more money than the guys that want to buy it. And they measure in the widest point. So for us to get one that would be an adequate size, we would have to be doing like a 2-inch pin, and that would be way more money for you guys. And I don't think anybody would want that. So the design
expensive.
Yeah, definitely. It would have gone to it would have been like a $17 pin for not. It wouldn't have been worth it. So the one we went with, it looks a lot better, and it's in the Discord chat. You can go to, like Ricky said, the Patreon. It's the Patreon discussion channel, and it's in there. And I didn't post it on Facebook. I just did it there. So it's nice, and it's about the same size as one of the tiny ghost pins. So like, if you have any of these guys, like this one, it's almost exact same dimensions as this. So, and then but Keith, I'll message you a picture of it so you can kind of see what it is. But I really like them. I'm super excited, and this is something we've been wanting to do for probably about a year now, and finally everything's kind of coming together, and I think it's going to be really good. So it's very exciting. And the other thing that makes me really excited is we'll be able to, once we start rolling into actually developing more products and stuff like this, we can do these more, like these live streams more often, and actually involve people in like the process of like when we're, get your ideas on when we're designing stuff, and then when they actually come in, you'll be able to see the products, and we'll be able to, share them with you guys, and you can be part of the whole process. I think that's what I'm most stoked about right now. So it should be really cool, and it's just us growing and the community evolving. So it's a good. Oh, he said, "What happened with my drawing?" That's we're definitely gonna do something with that.
You gotta keep that
sure.
under wraps. That's coming.
Yeah, don't talk about that.
We'll talk about that in public.
Yeah, we have some fun ideas for that. Ricky and I were throwing some stuff around the other day, so it'll be. You did a great job. I love it. So I have to get my wife to vectorize it so that we can do some stuff with it.
Do some stuff with it.
Yeah.
Do some things. Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
All right, guys. I think it's 12:22 here Central Time, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. We're gonna call this a night.
Noon in Hawaii.
Our episode, yeah, it's 8 a.m. in Hawaii.
Whoa, what world is this?
Our latest episode will release on Monday. So check that out,
dude. I'm feeling all these episodes coming out. I think people are have been jonesing for it.
Yeah, I think that download numbers have been up. This could potentially be one of the best download months that we've had since we've been a podcast. So thank you guys for downloading, listening, spreading the word. If you haven't rated and reviewed the podcast and you listen to it on Apple devices, you can go to the Apple Podcast app, search for us, scroll half the page, hit the 5 stars, and tell us how much you love us. All that goes a long way in promoting what we do here at the Pop Collectors Alliance. And we're like 10 reviews and ratings away from being the second most reviewed and rated Funko podcast on the interwebs. So
I just want to say this also, and I haven't even mentioned this to you, but I think that we had so much fun at Fan Expo, right? We were doing when we did the panel.
Yes.
I think that people should start to reach out to their local conventions, like comic book conventions, and ask them to book us to come and pay for us to come in. So
I think we'll get the booking part. I don't think we're cool enough to get the paid part yet.
Just a plane ticket. That's all we need, man.
We'll sleep outside. Like if we have to go to the Wizard World Austin, we'll just sleep outside under the overpasses with all the homeless people.
Sleep with people on Mopac. Yeah. So I was just gonna say this: people reach out to your comic convention and tell them, "Hey, we want Pop Collectors Alliance to come and do a live podcast at this convention. I don't care where it is. I'll fly to Michigan as long as it's not in December."
There you go.
Do it. It's in your balls in your court. People watching.
My eye is killing me. I want to put ice on this eyeball.
You need to get an eye patch.
Yes, I do. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Again, the latest episode that we recorded live last week will release on Monday. We'll do another live stream next week. And then we'll release our Patreon-only Snack Attack next week. So lots of content coming up. Again, find us anywhere, Facebook, here. Go to YouTube, youtube.com/Pop Collectors Alliance. Give us a thumbs up on all of our videos and follow us and hit the little bell so you know when we release videos. We'll be recording some more YouTube videos at the end of this month. So until next time, I'm Rick.
I'm Piper. Was that a joke? That wasn't a joke. Calling me a joke. I know you can't hear me.
Who called you a joke?
You did, because you did the shot in the rim, and I don't.
Did I do the rim shot? I didn't even know. I couldn't even hear which one I pressed. I thought I hit the applause thing.
No, you just. I'm Piper, and you're like, doo-doo. That's
it's yellow, not green.
Yeah,
yellow, not green.
All right, get on.
Remember that.
All right. Okay, bye, guys.
Later.